Hello! You're watching National Cuisine on Kazakh TV. Today we're going to make a Georgian dish with the help of our guest, Givi Gelavani. Georgian cuisine is as ancient as Georgia itself. We have high-calorie dishes. We use many healthful herbs and a lot of meat. The most famous dishes are Hinkali, khachapuri, phali with walnuts, chicken tabaka, and of course our shish kebabs. Hello, Givi. What dish are we going to make today? We're going to make a well-known Georgian dish called Hinkali. What are the ingredients? The most important ingredient is meat. In Georgia, Hinkali is made of beef and pork. But today we're going to use beef and mutton. I see. Here are our spices and onions. What's next? We will also need coriander, flour and salt. That's about it. What kind of dough are we using? Regular water-based dough. Tell us about Hinkali. They say every chef has his own secrets. Well, it is generally believed that when you make Hinkali, there must be at least 15 folds. I'm trying to follow this rule. The more folds, the better. Let's begin. The dough is ready. Are we going to make the stuffing from the ground meat? Yes. We use the meat grinder. But traditionally, the meat was cut into small pieces with a knife. There is a legend about the origins of this dish. When soldiers returned from the battlefield, they had many injuries, including maxillofacial injuries, which made it difficult for them to eat properly. To feed their warriors, women would chop the meat very finely with a knife and then wrap the meat in soft, delicate dough. We have 300 grams of mutton and 300 grams of beef right now. We will mix it into a homogeneous mass. No Georgian feast is complete without our fine wine. It is customary to make a lot of food. There are so many guests at the table, you would think it was a wedding. But in fact, it is a regular Georgian meal of a regular Georgian family. Givi, what do you do for a living? I studied at the Gerasimov Institute of Cinematography, but now I'm a restaurateur. You are in the restaurant business. I consult people who open Georgian restaurants outside of Georgia. So, people hire you to teach them about the proper Georgian dining. Yes, I consult them about the staff, the menu, even the interior design of the restaurant. What countries have the most Georgian restaurants? Oh, there are many of them in Russia. I have recently helped to open a restaurant in Vilnius, in the Baltic region. Why do you think Georgian cuisine is so popular? What's the appeal? Georgian cuisine is very rich. It is certainly very flavorful. Yes, this is high-calorie food. It is very flavorful. It's no wonder that so many people in Georgia live to a very great age. What are some of the lesser-known Georgian dishes? Every region in Georgia has its own cuisine. We have Megrelian, Emiratian, and Adjarian cuisines. Megrelian cuisine is particularly popular. It's a little on the spicy side, but very tasty. Is this where we put the onions? Yes. When it comes to Georgian dishes, almost all of them are represented in your country. Are there any secrets to making Georgian dishes? Something that makes them especially tasty? Herbs and spices play a vital role in Georgian cuisine. Is this your first time in Kazakhstan? This is my second. When was your first time? I first came here in 2013. What was your first impression of the local food? I'm a big fan of the main Kazakh dish beshbarmak. You use a lot of meat. What Georgian doesn't like meat? I have chopped up the coriander. Shall I put it in? Please do. Kazakh cuisine may not be as rich as Georgian, but it is so delicious. As you know, Georgia is composed of many regions. The food of every region has its own characteristics. West Georgia is Megrelium. Swanetic cuisine is popular in the highlands. Adjara is located on the Black Sea coast, which might be the reason why Adjara and Hachapuri are shaped like a boat. A broth is preferable, of course, but we will use water instead. We will add water to the ground meat. It will soak and become a little more watery.
Это у нас фарш должен быть жидкий, для того, чтобы мы его заворачивали в тесто. Вот посмотрите,
Here, the meat has absorbed the water.
Мы еще добавим воду. Так, можем сейчас.
Now we can add herbs and spices. Black pepper, red pepper, and a little cumin. The cumin is unmilled, so I will crush it by hand. What is the proper way to marinate meat? You don't need to marinate meat if it's good and fresh. All you have to do is sprinkle it with salt and pepper, add a bay leaf, and then let it sit for about an hour in the fridge. It will make the most delicious shish kebab. The stuffing is ready. Shall we start? Yes, and the dough is ready too. What do we do now? We cut the dough like this. Show me. This is very interesting. We take the dough and we roll it. And now we can start wrapping. We take less than a spoonful of ground meat and lay it in the middle of the dough. Like this? Yes, but you can add a little more meat. And now watch my hands. 1, 2, 3. This is how it's done. Our Hinkali is ready. Like they say in Georgia, Ke amos. It means bon appetit. Dear viewers, you are watching National Cuisine on Kazakh TV. See you next time.